retired, wouldn't you? You'd really like that. You'd like it if I retired also. And Shane, you'd really like it if I stepped down so you could take over, right? What? And all of you would all like it if Vince McMahon sort of faded away, sort of disappeared. I think it's unanimous. Some of you would even like it if I died. Oh my God! Well, let me say this. That's the only way that I'm ever going to step down as chairman of this organization is the day I die. Well, so much for passing the torch. I told you. And when I die, I don't want a damned one of you to come to my funeral. No family, no friends, no WWF superstars. When I die, I want to go straight to hell.
We want Sasha. We want Sasha. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? I think you already know it is time for Saturday night's live event with A and B Combos Wrestling Edition, along with our channel mascot, Bone Crusher. What's going on, Bone Crusher? I got nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
I got nothing over here. We got some people in the house. What is going on here? First of all, make sure we look good, we sound good. It's looking all right. All right. Are we coming through clear? Right out of the gate. And it is really hard to see in these Sasha Banks glasses. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, that's better. Thank you very much. We got King Swag giving our shout outs. What up, King Swag? We acknowledge you as first in line. I love that. John Brooks, Jedi Knight 88. We acknowledge you too. Come on now. On button. Love from Hawaii. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the love.
Welcome back.
How is the weather out there? 901 Shogun for life. Love that. The Darkness King. The Darkness King. I like that.
That's a sweet name.
What up, Zay? Welcome to the
Zay?
Queendom. That's what's up. Jaden Winchester, we acknowledge you.
Yes.
And do I see, is Jody in the house? What up, Jody?
What up, Jody?
Woo! Good to see you, Jody. Sophie Dophie.
What's up,
I'm
Sophie?
not sure what the Marvel news is. We'll talk about that in just a bit. If you're curious, because we are Marvel fans. David Tate Jr., how are you?
Nice
Lamont
to
Williams. Anthony Soli.
Welcome.
I love it. Brock Lesnar. I don't know. We said, hey. I don't know yet. Let's see what happens. SummerSlam is around the corner. Put up your ones, Michael Tolbert. What's going on? Safe Emerald Armor. How are you?
What's that?
STFU Zarian. I like that.
Very
Darian Thomas. Miguel Baltazar. Khalid Mohammed. Are we ready for the Rated R Superstar to return?
Yes.
I mean, you know. Is he bringing back Lita?
Sure.
Are we? Okay, maybe not. Are they going to reenact the bedroom scene and then the Glamazon comes out? Could you imagine?
What are you even talking?
That'd be great. That would be fantastic. What is going on, Saren X Anime? How are you? Anthony, hello. They announced the Phase 5 slate and 6. It's going to be the Fantastic Four. All right. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not mad at the Fantastic Four. They haven't had a successful run. So we'll see. Emily Brown, how are you? We love you too.
Yes.
Emily Brown is in the house. I love this. Tog Paris Saint Germain. I love that name. Ex-Neptune, what up? We got some
What
members
up,
in
yo?
here.
Some members in the house.
Olivia Murphy, hello.
Roman Reigns, what?
No, Roman Reigns.
What's
not,
up,
no,
baby?
no, Roman Reigns is not.
Welcome.
No,
Yes.
No. We got Roman Reigns. Yeah, we got a few people in here. So we're a little behind. We're a little behind. We've been busy, creating content, going live. We have not really watched all of SmackDown. We saw a little smidgen, a little pinch.
You saw some things.
Yeah, so we're a little behind on that. So
But what did everybody think on a scale of 1 to 10? What does everybody rate SmackDown last night?
We know, Jody, you gave it a 1. You said it was straight trash.
Yeah.
Jody said it was straight trash. It was boo-boo. I love the set, how the set is. Thank you. He loves how the set is evolving.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Allergies over here again. Not COVID.
I know.
I repeat.
My allergies
Not
acted out
COVID.
so bad right before I was like, oh, this
Happens
is gonna
all the
be
time.
Awful.
So we're all family here. Every once in a while we got to sneeze, blow some nose. So I think we'll just get past that. Yeah, the set is coming along. We are really excited about the evolution, pun intended, of what we got going on here because it's been a long time coming. If you remember what our very first video looked like, it was just the two of us in front of our TV, just talking to you all.
We really were in front of the TV for the first episode, but I think that was just the first episode.
Yeah, we've grown tremendously, and I'm hoping that we get to 15K. So tell a friend, make sure you share, and also hit that like button. Really important. We say it all the time now. YouTube really, really, really will recommend us to more people the more that you like the video. So please do that.
Our first AEW reaction review, it wasn't even a reaction, it was a review, was in our car.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Most people give it a, dang, hold on.
Okay, a 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10. Oh, Sophie Dopey said an 8.
Okay, Sarah next, you said it was I. 2, 4, bless you from Jaden.
Thank you.
David Tate gives it a 9.
Roman Reigns 0 out of 10 because I wasn't there. I'm not even mad at that.
Fair enough.
Enough.
Where you at, bro?
Fair enough.
Where you at? You the double champion. You dose straps Reigns, and you know where to be seen. Come on, man. I want a fighting champion in the ring. What should have happened last night after Brock came back after his walkout.
Right.
And he beats up Theory. Boom! Tribal Chief out of nowhere. Boom. Spear! Boom. Spear! Spears him out of his dang flannel and holds up the belts. That is how you end SmackDown. That is how you build up to a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. How do we not have Roman Reigns on SmackDown right now, right before a pay-per-view? Doesn't make any sense. I don't appreciate it. Now, I saw a couple of Black Panther, Wakanda. What is the thought? Don't ruin it. We all know what happened. All right? Just, rest in peace to my man. I don't know what is supposed to happen with Black Panther. Was it good? Was the trailer good? That's what I would like to know. Was it better than SmackDown? It has to be better than SmackDown. I would think. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Let's get into this because, as you know,
on button said a 4. Okay.
We went live last night. Vince McMahon announces he is done. He's gone. He is out. The video that played right before we went live was something that he did some years ago, and I thought it was really fitting because he's talking about his retirement. He basically was not cutting a promo like he's acting. Like this was legit. Like we all know Vince was not going to let go of the reins. If this controversy didn't come out, he would still be in charge. He would not have tweeted, "I'm 77 years old. Time for me to retire."
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't have happened.
No.
All right, we know this. So now my man is gone. My question to all of you, because I know some of you will ask us this. What do you, well, first off, how long do you think it'll take before we start seeing some changes in WWE?
I don't see a reason for it to be drawn out. They have really negative attention on them right now. And all eyes are on them because Vince is gone and people are looking to see what they're going to do. So for them to just continue on as is and not make changes, well, how could you even do that when the person in charge of creative is gone? That doesn't even make any sense. There are going to be changes right away because who's in charge changed right away.
You think it'll be right away?
I mean, he used to tear up the scripts. He used to come in and say, no, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. We all know that. He's not there to do that. That means everything is going to change. Whether it changes for the good or the bad, I do not know. But how could it remain the same if the person that was in charge of the show is different? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I like doing impressions. I practice that. A little thing that we mentioned before I think it's one of our lives, when we first got together, and this is actually our anniversary month. So our anniversary is coming up next week. Very excited about that. And when we first got together, I was painting one of the bedrooms in the apartment that we were staying at. And I was practicing, because when you do impressions, you got to practice, right? So I was practicing my impressions. She walks into the room. She came home unannounced. I done told her, don't be coming home unannounced. You let somebody know when you're coming around. But she came home unannounced, was a little concerned because she thought somebody was in the room. And opens the door and sees me painting, and I'm just doing my impressions. She thought, okay, so he's talking to himself. Did I get mixed up with a crazy man?
Actually, I thought Mrs. Doubtfire had come to visit, so I was a little confused on that.
So I do like doing that. I paint. I do all kinds of things. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. That is my title. So I do all sorts of things. I'm handy with my hands. Isn't that right, girl?
TV-14.
TV-14. It's still a family show. We're dipping our toe into the TV-14 realm.
And do you think they'll still go TV-14? Will that change?
Well, they might be. Well,
because they've already delayed it.
The thing about WWE is, I think we all know, they have a tendency to start something and not finish it.
That's what I'm saying.
But again, we have new management. The banner is up under new management. There is still some old people there. We still got, bless you.
Thank you.
Still have Pritchard. We still got Dunn.
Nick Khan.
I said it last night. I'm going to say it one more again. What needs to happen, bless you, what needs to happen.
Exactly.
Stephanie came out last night, which was much needed. Monday Night Raw, just like they did a few years ago, when all the McMahons came out, including Shane and Triple H. If you all remember, we're not doing a very good job for you. We know that. Now you all the authority. We're going to change things. Obviously.
I don't feel like I was given authority. Do you?
We weren't given squat.
We were not given authority.
That needs to happen. I want to see Stephanie. I want to see Triple H. I want to see Nick Khan. And I want to see Shane, quite frankly.
So do I.
I want them to come out and tell us we are about to do things different. Look, Tony Khan tweeted. His tweet was to the entire pro wrestling world.
Right.
Facts. That's what they need to do. Not just address the WWE universe. They need to address pro wrestling.
Well, they also need to not send out Titus O'Neil because he has such an upstanding character. He is such a man of great character and virtue that you use that because he's under contract with you and make it seem like you could trust us. We know we could trust you. That doesn't just pass on to WWE because you belong to them. He is a great man of character because that's who Titus O'Neil is.
And that's fine.
But I just thought
He's
it was
ambassador.
cheap. I thought it was cheap for them to try to use him.
It is cheap.
to distract from what's going on with Vince.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Now, legally speaking, I don't think that Stephanie can fully address the allegations against Vince McMahon. You can loosely address it because we all know what's going on, what you're talking about. Loosely address that. Loosely address the fact that because of this, I'm now in charge along with Nick Khan, who should be standing by her side, along with Triple H. And then you make this announcement. Now we're going to start bringing back some people.
Yeah, and you
Here
bring
comes the
Sasha.
money.
Oh, Shane.
Here comes the money. I mean, one by one.
And
There's
then
gotta start
Sasha
from the top.
and
Yeah.
Naomi.
Okay, this is how it has to happen. If you really want to have us believe that you are serious, that we're about to change things.
Oh yeah,
And say we're going to be a leader again.
Sasha and Naomi is the top card they have to play to show us that they've changed and that this is a different regime.
How hard is
That's
that?
the top card they have to play.
Make a phone call. Look, if you can bring back Hulk Hogan, dude, let me tell you something, Jack. I dropped the N-word several times, dude. And guess what? WWE erased me from the histories, man. But after a few years, when the smoke settled and the dust cleared, what did they do but bring back the Hulkster, brother? If you can do that, you can do this. It's not that hard.
No doubt.
It's not that hard. How do we feel about the Brock Lesnar situation? Well, I mean, well, you start with that. She has some feelings on that.
You know,
it's
hard to know if it's so. Okay, so from our side, I kind of feel like we could project whatever issues we think there are into that situation. You could say, first of all, Brock was treated different. Brock was begged to come back that same night. He was not suspended, right? He wasn't told. They didn't have the announcer announce how unprofessional he was. So there's no one who could say that those two same situations were treated differently. Whether or not it's because they're women and he's a man, whether or not it has to do with race, whether or not it has to do with the fact that the women's division is not respected and they don't really care about those titles or championships like the men's, because Brock wasn't even a champion and you're begging him to come back before the night is out. You know Vince called him personally to get him to come back, as opposed to y'all are suspended and we're just going to act like the belts don't even matter. To me, that feels like they just still don't care about their women division at all. And it was like, to me, just showing that they have no value to Vince in that way. His pride was so much more, like, you didn't even give us anybody else to come up and get the belt. You just act like the belts didn't exist. But Brock doesn't even have a belt, but because you let most of your whole roster go, you had no one who could have came in to fight him because y'all fired everybody. That's crazy. But
I mean, I've been giving this some thought, and I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to say I don't totally disagree with you, homeboy. But in thinking about it, I'm thinking a couple of different ways. One, we do have new management. And we do know that Triple H and Stephanie do things a little bit differently than Vince. Vince was really just stuck in his ways, especially in the latter years. It just was what it was.
Yeah, Triple H is the guy who always brought back the people who were like, I'll never work with Vince again. Triple H was like, let me talk to you.
Let me smooth it over.
Let me smooth it over. And he would. He's the one who brought in everybody who said they wouldn't come back.
So I think, obviously, Vince was trying to make an example of Sasha and Naomi. I've had a couple conversations with some people. They kind of want to pull out possibly the race card on this. I don't know. What I will say, for me, that's a little more probable is I'm sure between the time that they walked into the office and dropped the tag team championship on the table, between now, that there was some kind of mediation, some kind of conversation was had with the brass and Sasha and Naomi that clearly broke down because shortly afterwards suspended indefinitely. Brock, you walked out the same way Sasha and Naomi did. Whatever happened between the top of the show and the end of the show, somebody had a combo with you and you walked back in.
It had to be Vince.
You walked back in. Now that Vince is out of the picture, I can't possibly imagine that Stephanie and Triple H aren't working to get them back in here. I don't know if it's the same situation or not. I want to say because we do have a changing guard that it is a different culture, because suspended indefinitely is suspended indefinitely. There was basically, and they erased that sign of Sasha, remember,
Yeah.
in the audience. Like they were
serious.
done.
But here's the thing too. The thing is that not only do they have them to look and say, hey, this is a problem, they have every single one of us, like as far as YouTubers, all of us, the social media people who do wrestling, are posting about it, are talking about it. There's no way this hasn't gotten back to them. That everybody is waiting to see if you're gonna bring them back since Brock got away with this. They know that we're all talking about it,
Of course.
and we're all watching to see what you're gonna do. So that'd be crazy if they don't.
I don't know, but is this a question of Brock being treated differently, legitimately, than Sasha and Naomi?
Well, he was. Though that's not even a question. He was. The question is why. It's not whether he was, because he was.
Mm-hmm.
It's why was he?
Look, Sasha and Naomi may have been the women's tag team championships at the time. They were. I'm saying they were about to get a big storyline push. They didn't really have anything gigantic happening at that exact moment. They had some stupid storylines.
They were the main event.
But what I'm saying is, you have Brock and Roman, main event of a major pay-per-view, one of the biggest of the year, of the summer, SummerSlam. There's no way that you're going to let this dude walk out and put that pay-per-view in jeopardy with like the possibility of Goldberg.
That's the point.
showing up.
The point is they let the main event walk out, and they were also going to be one of the fights at the next upcoming pay-per-view. Whether it was one of the big four or not, you don't care about the women's championship on the level that you care about Brock Lesnar, who was going to face Roman Reigns. To them, it's clearly not the same.
I really, really, really hope that Stephanie is taking note, just like she did before when she called the women out right before the women's revolution, that she's going to do the same and show not only her company, but the whole pro wrestling world that as a strong female in leadership, I'm going to be a leader and a champion for the women in this locker room. We're going to bring back the women's tag team championships, get a tournament going, maybe even get a mid-tier women's championship like the AEW TBS championship, something along those lines. I really think that this is not something that you should shy away from or act like it doesn't exist. Like real change behind the scenes takes time, but coming out on Monday Night Raw to make an announcement takes none. That's a good 10 minutes of airtime that you can make a world of difference.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's that hard. I really don't. Can we please get rid of the 24/7 title? Oh
No,
boy.
I think it's they are desperate for backstage skits.
Yeah.
They don't have a whole bunch of them. It's a very successful backstage skit. It's the equivalent of like someone's stupid little talk show. It has its own little momentum. So I don't think that they're going to get rid of it anytime soon.
I would actually rather it be retired and transitioned to the Hardcore Championship.
Oh man.
Like I want to see. Let's rewind.
They don't have enough good wrestlers to have a hardcore belt.
Well, but it's the same thing. Like it was like it has to be defended anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, but I expect real people to go after it. The people going after the 24/7 belt are extras.
That's part of the change. That's part of the change. What I'm saying is this, right? Like let's just say you have the backstage shenanigans. Everybody R-Truth, whoever else, messing around. Okay, 1, 2, 3, get the belt. Out comes Mick Foley, the very man that introduced the 24/7 championship, the hardcore legend himself. He, and everybody's surprised, Mick, what are you doing here? He takes that belt away, brings out the hardcore championship. Said, now we're going to stop with this. We're going back to this. Good luck, kid. And then he walks off. Mick gets a quick paycheck. The audience is like, oh crap, we're really making some change. See, little stuff like that. Would that be so bad?
Who's going after this belt?
Whoever went after it last time. If you remember what it was like, that's what I'm saying. We're going to start making some change. Bring some people back that you got rid of. Not everybody that has been fired over the last 2 years has found a new promotion. Most of these people are wrestlers at heart, and they just want to wrestle, like Mia Yim. She doesn't want all the backstage politics. She says she just wants to wrestle, and that's why she went to a smaller promotion. There are people, male and female, that just want to wrestle.
Right.
Make a phone call and make this happen. Basically, what I'm saying is you need to make WWE's Raw, NXT, and SmackDown must-see TV again. That's what I'm saying. Because you saw the ratings in here for SmackDown. It was all over the place, but it wasn't like a 10 out of 10. Overall, not even an 8, not even a 9, not even a 7. All these shows have to be must-see TV. And right now it's not. And I'm saying the biggest shift, the biggest paradigm shift in pro wrestling in the last 40 plus years has just happened last night.
Yeah.
Now's the time to ride this wave and show the world of professional wrestling that WWE will once again be the leader in this industry. Come on, man. Come on, man.
A for president, everybody.
I'm just throwing it out there.
A for president.
Ali, what's going on? Good to see you in here. I want to see you return as well. See? Creative. Paul for SmackDown, Triple H for Raw. Mix it up. I wouldn't mind seeing, like we said last night, NXT 2.0 and a little touch of black and gold. Honestly, for my money, I want to see Ciampa go back to NXT. For my money, Apollo Crews has gone back to NXT. Has he done anything gigantic at NXT? No. Things need to change. Things need to change. Stop breaking up factions. Why you got this whole thing going on with Gunther?
And Ciampa being Mrs. Mrs. Right-Hand Man or Mrs. Lackey or whatever, never is a good sign for a wrestler. They don't usually go up after that. Once you've been Mrs. Lackey, you're on your way out. So that's not a good sign, actually.
Ciampa's better than that. He's headline pay-per-views. You got him ambushing Logan Paul now? What is this? And now he's the mute, like Dexter. How about you just bring back Dexter? How about that? How about you bring back Dexter? How about you bring back Timothy Thatcher? I loved me some Timothy Thatcher and Ciampa. Put Ciampa's first name back on him. Nothing wrong with Tommaso.
Did he have a first name?
See, that's how you did.
My
It's
baloney has a first name.
Just like Shotzi had a last name. That's what I'm saying. You make these stupid changes. Reverse it. Come on, dude. And let's talk about, somebody mentioned Maxine. Did y'all?
Yeah, what's up with
What is
Maxine
this?
Dupree? What, please, somebody tell us, did he just get replaced?
I
Or they
mean,
leaving that door open? They didn't even say. She just started talking like, she didn't say where he was. She didn't, what?
I realized that she was just another NXTer who's come up. Totally fine with that. Another name change. Maxine Dupree. I feel it's good to see these people get some airtime. But I feel like we're wasting time. Like, these are pro wrestlers. And you've got them all dolled up doing a bunch of nothing. Max Dupree, there was nothing wrong with LA Knight. Didn't necessarily love the name either, but he was a wrestler. Bless you.
Thank you.
And he was good. There's been 0 point in this.
Right.
0 point. I don't love it. I don't love it.
If you're just tuning in, sorry, having allergy issues.
She is having some allergy issues. Again, not COVID. She has tested negative.
You do know that they wouldn't be able to catch something through the camera. Even if I caught COVID, I would still film. I would be like, what's up, y'all? COVID can't keep me down.
We have 3D technology. And we got some bless you. See that? People
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, is Tamina going to join the Bloodline? Great question.
I mean, they kind of tease it. I don't know.
Great question. I mean, they teased Sol Sequoia coming to Smackdown, and you have Von Wagner hit him up backstage or outside. I like that tease. You didn't go far enough. Look, this is a transition right now. We're in transition. So the one thing that we've always criticized WWE, like we said earlier, is that you start a storyline and you don't finish it.
Right.
So, like, they got to wrap some stuff up in preparation of the new. That's what I'm saying.
Preparation H. Look, so I think that the idea about Paul Heyman being the GM for SmackDown is brilliant. Not now, but at some point, if Roman really does go to Hollywood, they're going to need something else for Paul. And I personally think that he could maybe still represent the Bloodline, but I think that actually he would be awesome as a GM because he's now talking up everything where even the people who can't talk, as a GM, he will still be the hype man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that would be brilliant for him to be the GM.
Well, that would be brilliant.
I just don't think they would do it while he's the Bloodline because then he's going to have ulterior motives. You know what I mean?
Do we honestly think... I know she doesn't. Do we think that Lesnar has a chance? Has a chance in hell?
No chance!
There you go.
You got no chance at all.
Yeah, she does not believe Lesnar will beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And Sophie Dopey has mentioned this a few times. It's all about the build, baby. It's all about the build. There's no way you can tell me Roman's got better things to do right now than to help build up this pay-per-view.
And if Roman was about to lose the title, he would be around to make it a big deal, to make it look like he wasn't going to lose his title. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even around. He's just showed up for SummerSlam. That's
which I don't love. I don't love the same thing I didn't like when The Undertaker would show up a few weeks before WrestleMania. And just so based on my legacy, I'm going to make you famous.
I choose you.
And for the last few years, he was wrestling the same people like one year after the other. Like it's no good. It's no good. But again, this was the old WWE. This was the Vince WWE.
Right.
Even when he stepped down, he was still in charge of creative. That is now over, effective yesterday. So what happens going forward?
Good question.
Does anybody know when because they always do the season premiere of Raw and SmackDown. Does anybody know when the season premiere? Because that would be a good time for the new.
It's supposed to be like with the fall line, right? Like when the fall shows
usually
start coming in.
Usually, but see,
usually I think that's in September or maybe
Ciampa
August.
deserves better. They took out the storyline. You took Max out of that storyline because he brought people in the back the wrong way. So, yeah, see. You know what, Khalid?
Saeed, Emerald Armor, I think that's a really good idea.
What's
about
that?
NXT 2.0.
Splash paint, but only the colors black and gold. Blend it.
That'd be really cool.
Blend it. But it 2.0 is finally kind of getting better. It's watchable. So do we? I'll tell you the funny thing about the World Heavyweight Championship. I did not love the design of that belt. I thought it was one of the uglier designs. I hate to say it. I know it's got history. I apologize if I offended anyone. There's some better designed belts out there. I didn't love it, and I don't think we need it. What I would like to see, however, is a redesigned set of Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. That needs to happen. AEW seems to be able to design some killer belts. I'm not entirely sure why WWE can't figure this out.
Yeah.
Because the 24/7 Championship, when they came in with that title, I think we laughed. I think we laughed out loud, as did the audience. We couldn't believe the horror show that we were watching. Like, Mick Foley took that out of the bag, held it up, I really expected people to take this seriously. And that's so funny that the Hardcore Championship, which was a
We're
Big
all waiting
Eagle
for the hardcore belt to come
heavyweight
out.
belt that had tape on it, whatever, to make it look ugly intentionally, look better than a brand new 24/7 championship. Or these nickels that they call the Raw and SmackDown Men's Tag Team Championships.
Oh my gosh, they're so ugly. They're so
It's like they're trash, dude. They're trash.
ugly.
You know? So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got some blushies in here. I could appreciate
Thank you.
that. People showing some love. Yeah, does anybody, show of hands, honestly, because like we said last night, we know and I wonder the mysterious vignettes that they've been showing. I wonder, because they showed that, I think, for the first time in Money in the Bank, right? Those vignettes don't really match up with the Radar Superstars persona. So people were initially thinking that was going to be Edge. I don't necessarily think so. That's more so like how it was with Bray or The Fiend. Does anybody think Bray legitimately? Because there were wrestlers, both male and female, who said we'll never come back to WWE. And what they meant is we'll never come back there so long as Vince is in charge.
Right, but he's not even someone who ever said that. He's never said anything about not coming back. So
does anybody think Bray's is Mr. Rotunda coming back to the WWE? There are people I don't know.
Little Thunder.
I don't know. People were shocked. Look, Adam Shear, aka Braun Strowman, my man was shocked. He didn't expect to get fired.
Right.
And he's reinvented himself. You know, he's created his own persona in a way that define your narrative. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him come back and do stupid stuff like he did with Shane. But again, this is a different company.
Yeah.
It's a different time. So I don't know. We want the Fiend. I'm really curious if this is really going to happen. They should take a little break after SummerSlam to reboot. Interesting. You would say that, Sophie. I've said that a couple times because WWE Pro Wrestling, they don't take seasons off. They don't take time off.
Let me tell you, if they took a week off, let alone a month off, what would the universe even do with themselves? They would be like,
They'd be like this.
Right. So when you came back, boy, you would have the biggest audience ever.
Let me put it to you like this.
That would be crazy.
Let me put it to you like this. Back in the day, and this is not to get into any controversial stuff, simply saying, back in the day, you had a certain artist known as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, when it came to music videos, was an innovator, where he liked to do what he called mini movies.
Yeah.
Before his stuff came out, it was an event. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember that.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. Like, we knew it was happening. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew we were going to be in for something. We need that feeling with WWE again.
Yeah.
When you turned on Monday Night Raw, Raw is War, the Attitude Era, you didn't know what you were going to expect, but you knew that anything that happened, you needed to watch.
Right.
You didn't want to miss it. I'm basically saying we need to have the attitude, no pun intended, of we don't have a VCR, we don't have a DVR, we don't have the ability to record this to watch it later. So we need to watch this right now. That sort of attitude of I need to be here for the next 3 hours or the next 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they need to recapture.
Imagine they do a WWE rewind and then they just bring out like Karrion Kross with Scarlett, like they never left. You just bring out Sasha and Naomi, like there was like you just rewound time and started over.
Just saying.
And you bring out the Fiend like he was never fired. You just rewound. You just started over. Take two.
What up, CT Hill? Good to see you in here.
Welcome.
Welcome. Roman definitely not losing. Today marks 10 years since we entered the 3-hour version of Raw. Wow, it's been 10 years.
Jeez.
Wow. Well, okay. Let me ask you that question. Show of hands. And I don't know if it's a thing with the USA Network, but does anybody feel that Raw should go back down to 2 hours?
Heck yeah. What are we watching 3 hours of what?
Do we need a 3-hour Raw?
You barely have 2 hours of material these days.
Under the old guard.
Right. Well, y'all would need to hire a lot of people.
Does anybody feel they should go down to 2 hours? Would that make it better? WWE Universe, they need to be in charge of the WWE. Speak on it, Jody. Speak on it. Brock isn't winning.
Do we have 2 different Roman Reigns in here?
I don't know. I think we might. I feel like we might. If Brock was in the chat, what would you say to him, Moose? I don't know.
If Brock was in the chat, I would say it was very unprofessional of you to walk out last night.
Yeah.
Last night.
Well, like you said, it's not like Michael Cole said Brock Lesnar let everyone down.
Right. You let everyone down.
But, and did I say this? I don't know if I said this last night. But I think I said it off camera. But I said, just imagine that what I said comes true, comes to fruition, comes to pass. The McMahons are out there, minus Vince, obviously, including Nick Khan. You bring back Sasha Banks and Naomi. Oh, and by the by, we have the entire locker room, currently of those that we know to be on the roster, out at the top of the apron.
All 20 of them.
All 20 of them, and all 5 ladies. Out at the top of the apron. So everybody can automatically, right out the gate, feel the weight. Sasha Banks and Naomi come out. Michael Cole, would you please come into the ring?
Oh, you're gonna apologize?
Michael Cole comes into the ring, mic in hand. And he says, without throwing Vince under the bus fully, but tells Sasha and Naomi to their face in front of all of us, you did not let us down. We let you down. Bless you. Bless you. The previous management let you down.
Oh, man.
And for that, bless you.
Goodness, sorry.
We apologize.
They won't do that. That would feel too much like a slap in the
know,
face.
but what I'm saying is,
they were just saying we let you down. Welcome back, but
think about the weight of that. I promise you, Sasha and Naomi, where you would see waterworks,
right?
Because it would be legit, and that would be something nobody, in fact, would expect them to do.
Right.
I'm saying this is what needs to happen to show us, okay, yeah, dang, they're really trying to turn over a new leaf.
Right.
And I think honestly that's not out of line. I think that needs to happen when they do come back. I really do. Because we all know that statement was crap. We saw it. We were like, oh hell no.
Right.
He did not just tell me like Booker T. Tell me he did not just say that.
Right.
You need to clean it up, bruh.
Yeah.
Even if that wasn't your call to say it, you still said it. Clean it up. Have that soundbite be in the ethers of the universe, the WWE universe, forever. Think about that. Think about that for a second. And I don't know why Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke actually looks good with the belt. So did R-Truth. But I'm not mad at her being champion. I don't know why. She's not bad.
No, it's fine. They are fine for what they are.
She's not bad.
For what that whole comedy shtick is fine.
But right now, I mean, we still have the brand split.
He said the new season starts after the draft. Thank you, Timmy Lee.
I think it's time to shake things up. I really do. I think we need to just, you know what, you can look, first of all, you made the rules. There's no handbook that says the draft can only be on this date at this time. They're the ones that created it in the first place.
Right.
Just do it again. When you get all new people, have some surprises.
Yeah.
People have been fired. Whoever it is, music hits, crowd loses their mind.
I mean, and honestly, think about it. Like, they retired Alicia Fox out of nowhere. And Alicia Fox was fine. She was, even if you weren't going to make her champion, She definitely could have been a tag team champion. And she was a good person to come out and have a battle with. She could do crazy well. She was awesome in the ring with those amazing legs. There was no reason to retire her when they did. And not even let us know. One week she was on the show, the next week you had alumni or whatever, and she was one of them. And you were like, wait, what happened? Why is Alicia Fox back there? She was in the front last week.
Yeah, that was weird. We still felt like she had plenty left in the tank.
She did, for sure.
And when she came back, it was like she never left.
And pull out the Bella card. You
can look, but you can't.
Right.
Touch.
I'm sure that you want to kind of try to fix it a little for John Laurinaitis. Bring the Bellas back out.
That's the
They
biggest
still have
thing.
a little left in the tank too.
Because especially in the Me Too movement, the Me Too era, more than anything, obviously this entire shift happened due to the fact that you had a man doing things with female employees that may or may not should have been done. It's still being investigated. Millions of dollars of hush money, NDA signed, whatever the case may
When you
be.
pay hush money for an NDA, it's usually not good.
But my point being that more than anything, you need to show the women in WWE that this is a safe place to work. That you will not be harassed.
And not by having Titus O'Neil come out and say so.
You will not be intimidated. You will not be squashed, forgotten about, and then fired. That you are, as what they said, on par and the same WWE superstar as the men. That's important.
Yeah.
Now, if the draft is something that happens, the new season happens after the draft, then we have some time, right? We can make some little changes here and there so people can see, okay, we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, you're making big boss moves so that once that draft happens and the season premiere hits,
Right.
dude, come on.
Yeah.
That is a build-up to something that everybody's anxiously awaiting, that Michael Jackson, what's going to be this next video premiere feeling. I don't think that's so hard. But, whatever. What do we know? We're just YouTubers. We're just the audience, like all of us. We're the ones that are watching this product. I don't know.
Stephanie fired Bruce once before. What?
Fire him again.
I think I knew that.
Fire him again. Oh, and Roman Reigns said he's going to put in that work on Brock. He'll stop by the channel and show us some love. Thank you, Roman. Appreciate that, but you ain't touching his bicep yet. That ain't happening on my watch. Oos.
You let it happen the first time, Moose.
I didn't see.
I'm just kidding.
Get your hands off of me. Don't touch me, woman. Okay, see, here we go. 3-hour Raw needs to end. Yep, 3 hours, copy WCW.
Yeah, feel you on that.
It's tough. Corey Graves needs to apologize. Woo! I'll tell you what, son. You want to fire somebody? I don't have much love for Corey Graves.
Nor do I.
I'll be honest with you. He's
Actually, him and Carmella having a little show made me like her less too. To be honest with you, I think I was more a fan of Carmella until they showed me who they were behind the scenes, and I was like, I would not want to know y'all.
Yeah, Corey Graves needs to go.
I think that's how I judge it. I'm not saying you're bad people. I'm saying that A and B would not want to hang out with y'all even if we had the opportunity. We might interview you for the channel because y'all would want to see that. But I'm good. I don't know. Not our type, I guess.
Bray, we let you down. Nia Jax, we let you down. Sasha and Naomi,
That is a
Triple H,
long
Second Girl C.
list.
Lana, we let you down. Lana, we let you down.
We let you down. Come on now.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I don't necessarily see Nia Jax wanting to return, even with this new company. She seemed really kind of soured and burnt. And she got a little bit of an ego problem. Let's be honest. She got a little chip on the shoulder. So, I don't know about her. But, yeah, we got a good long list of people about being let down, that should be apologized to. I mean, we can't get too crazy with it. You know what I mean? I think, but in this instance, for sure, there should be a in public apology to Naomi and Sasha, just because that is what happened when they left.
Yeah.
I think that's really important, and then it goes a long way with the ladies.
Right.
Mela is money. I would say, yeah, man. She's not bad in the ring. But I don't know. I don't know. Roman Reigns talking to B. Yeah, don't encourage that. We appreciate Roman being in the chat, but Roman, don't be crazy. Hey, B, I acknowledge the fact that you acknowledge it. See, okay, I think it's a good time to end this, because that's. I don't really know the risk retirement. WWE has their own version of Forbidden Door. Oh yeah, well, okay, all right. Here's a question for you. That's a very good point. AEW did it successfully. Does WWE open that Forbidden Door for real?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I'll tell you what I like to see. I know it's wild, but if y'all remember when WWE bought WCW, Shane showed up. All of a sudden, you have these WCW people, the very company that tried to put you out of business, showing up on Monday Night Raw. Imagine a truce is called. Imagine AEW Dynamite. Tony Khan in the middle of the ring.
It's not even remotely going to happen.
I'm just saying. Just imagine people's minds being blown right now.
Like I said last night, imagine once a year AEW faces WWE. And they have a champion, see whose champions went out. But the bottom line is Tony Khan, his ego is way up there to be as young as he is.
It is way up there, but what's bigger than ego is money. If there's money to be made, hang on. It's all about dominate and collect, okay? We got to get that money. That's what I'm saying.
You want them to bring back Leo Rush?
Yes, I do, because he's damn good in the ring. But I'm talking about a truce is called once a year. Stephanie shows up at AEW, shakes Tony Khan's hand. Once a year. WWE versus AEW, the very best stuff.
I don't think that,
in a pay-per-view.
I think that we're giving AEW more credit than WWE.
I know it'll never happen. I'm just saying,
I don't think WWE is
money.
going to give any other company that type of acknowledgement. That's almost like endorsing their product. That's insane. That's insane.
That's what the Forbidden Door is all about.
No, that will not. Not while there's a McMahon up there.
This is the time.
That's what you keep saying.
The daughter of the man making these boss moves that would never have been done. Vince at home losing his mind.
Let me see what Saif Emil Arma said. Did you guys know that Bray Wyatt, on his Twitter bio, he has a quote next to it, Vince McMahon's initials?
I can respect it. I don't know. I don't know if Paul should be I don't know if he should be the head of creative. I don't know. He's good.
Wasn't he already the head of, well, not the head of creative.
I don't know.
I mean, they did give him a job in charge for a while, and it didn't do what they expected it to do. It didn't last very long.
Hit Row was good, but again, Swerve is now, he's gone.
Right.
He's gone. So I don't want to see a Hit Row 2.0. Like, I don't want to see somebody else come in and replace
Hit Row 2.0.
Swerve. I like them the way they were, as we all did.
Yeah, and old girl, man. What's her name? I know it's B something.
B-Rad.
B-Rad. I want to see B-Rad.
Malibu. No hating.
B-Fab. She was awesome, dude. She was a strong competitor. I mean, I just like, why? Your female roster was so strong you didn't feel like you needed her?
That's all I'm saying.
You could have got rid of Nikki Ash and kept her instead.
Well, bring back, if you brought back Leo Rush, have a little reunion. I don't know if I want them to be the hype man of Bobby Lashley again. I think they're kind of past that. But I think a reunion of sorts needs to happen. I think a reunion of factions needs to happen. Her Business. What's Shelton and Cedric been doing with themselves? Nothing.
Chilling, making a sandwich.
Like, bro, man, from the fifth floor?
On the fifth floor.
You're not doing anything. So this is the time. Please beat the crap out of Brock Roman. Come on, Jody.
Yeah, Jody.
Why you be like that, Jody? We all know that Roman ain't ready for this work, son. Just kidding. She doesn't have any.
You know what?
No,
I haven't seen her.
Okay, Crystal, you make a very interesting point. It's very possible. AEW wrestlers want to go ahead and jump ship. That's what I said last night. I was like, what are the possibilities of people saying, okay, now that Vince is gone, I want to be part of WWE again?
I think that they'd want to wait to see what Stephanie and Triple H are going to do. I would think, but who knows?
Make some calls, make some boss moves.
Maybe some of them are friends with Triple H and has been waiting for him to get back into power.
Ooh, Undertaker head of creative. Ooh, wow!
I can't imagine that.
Now we're getting somewhere, because he himself said never say never, even though he's retired.
Right.
I don't expect him to be in a match in next year's WrestleMania. I really don't.
Maybe he'll come out as a GM.
Or maybe
have your match and rest in peace.
That was actually pretty good. Black Adam doesn't show up. Rock doesn't show up.
Black Adam. You think Black Adam's going to show up in the ring?
I wouldn't mind seeing The Rock in the Black Adam outfit show up at WrestleMania. I really wouldn't. But have him, have Nikki ASH, and stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Just have the superheroes back up in there. Look at the Super Friends. That's that faction. The Super Friends challenge the Bloodline. I wouldn't mind. But then again, I also wouldn't mind seeing The Undertaker get vengeance. Because let me tell you something, man. I still am sour to this day that Brock and Roman beat The Undertaker. There was no point to it. Even The Undertaker himself, Mark Calaway, was like, I'm a company man, but if I had my way, I wouldn't have.
I'm sure if they could undo it, they would, because it was so.
Yeah, that's why they brought him back to win the next year.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to fix it.
But it's too late. The damage was done. You know what I mean? It's done, been broke. Wardlow versus Walter.
That'd be a good match, man.
I love how he hates Nikki. She does. I don't know why you hate her.
Thank you, Friendly.
Friendly Human 92.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
I don't hate her. I have a strong dislike of her.
She don't like her.
But I don't hate her.
6-pack challenge. Bianca, Street Profits, Naomi, Usos,
Oh.
Sarah Logan, Viking Raiders. Why not bring back Sarah Logan?
Bianca and the Street Profits versus the Usos and Naomi. They can do that.
We got more. We got versus B-Fab, Hit Row, Legado del Fantasma.
Why are they not up on the main roster
Lopez,
yet?
New Day, Sasha Banks. Make it happen. Book the match.
But why are they not up on the main roster yet? But you know they're going to change them and ruin them when they bring them up. Well, hopefully, maybe not. Maybe they'll stop doing that.
New management, dog.
Maybe they'll stop bringing people up and changing them because you're waiting for us to love them. So you're like, everybody loves you. Let's take you up. Then we take you up and we're going to take away everything people love about you, including your name, and start over.
The game is back in charge of talent relations.
Is that Italian? Are you speaking with an accent?
Well, that's on NXT. Huh? Nobody told you guys. Come over here.
Exactly, especially, why do they have two different mafias?
I love it.
No, you should have brought the Latin mafia up already.
No. Who are they gonna face?
Well, I was gonna say they could go against the Bloodline, but then you still have heel against heel.
No. That's what I'm saying. No. Well, right now they're doing that. It's heel against heel.
That's true.
All the time.
All
like
the time.
the lines here of who's a face and who a heel is just kind of blurred a little bit. To take down the entire NXT 2.0. Michelle McCool, head of creative.
Ring of Honor was pretty good. We need to actually check out last week.
Yeah, you know what?
I haven't seen it.
They know how to put on a show. They got everybody. This is what I'm saying. This is the time. If you're not gonna extend an olive branch to AEW right now, all well and good. Totally understand. There's some smaller promotions.
Well, Ring of Honor is AEW.
Oh yes. I'm talking about.
Other.
Impact. I'm like Impact.
But Impact already had. Well, they already did. They brought their champion over.
Mickie James. That's not the same. It's not.
It still is another company's champion. She came out with her belt on.
They had to do something. Mickie James was done dirty.
They
That's
did.
another example of a guy who's no longer here, but another example of a female talent being treated like trash.
Or they could, they already opened that door with her, have AJ out there. He needs some help.
Okay, well there we go. Women of wrestling. AJ Lee. Dude.
Stop it with AJ.
I will not stop it with AJ Lee. AJ Lee was a great Raw GM. She was a great women's champion.
And you love her.
And I do not love her. I love her as a performer. But what I'm saying is I don't want to see a happy household be broken up. But the controversy would be real.
The controversy would be real.
Think about that for a second, people. Husband and wife, two different promotions, but maybe CM Punk, now that Vince is gone, would be a little more open. Think about that possibility. An injured CM, I don't
First of all, CM Punk was in talks with WWE. He has been. And then he chose AEW came along at the right time, from what I understand.
Tamina versus China. Which China are we talking about? We're talking about the ninth wonder of the world, China, or eighth wonder of the world, China, when she first came out.
I feel like the eighth wonder of the world maybe could go against Nia Jax just because of size and power, but Nia Jax would have lost. I don't think Tamina has shown us to be aggressive enough to take on China. I think she has it in her. And I wish she would do that and become the champion. But
here's a great question. Where's Xia Li? You seen Xia Li?
Right.
She was fine on NXT.
Yeah.
Fine on NXT.
And what do you guys think about Dominic joining Judgment Day?
It's interesting. Because I don't know why, there seems to be this clamoring to kind of part father and son for a while. And I don't appreciate that. I think they need to stick together. And I guess I kind of dig it.
So you think maybe that they're not going to? Maybe he's saying that, but then they're going to
I don't
jump him or something and it was all an illusion?
I don't know.
Do you guys think Dominic is really about to join the Judgment Day?
It seems kind of desperate.
It does seem a little desperate. Well, why would you let them punk you, bring you in to be like, basically, like they clowned them? I don't know, man.
Io Shirai, don't. See, now that makes me sad. I was a fan of Io Shirai. Still, I'm a fan of Io Shirai. Again, things were different culture.
Yeah. And I loved Paige with them. What was wrong with that?
Here's somebody else. That was sad that her contract was not extended.
Bring her back as a GM, man, if you don't want to. But she says she feel like she could get in the ring.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But she was a good GM too.
Right.
You know what?
I mean, they totally wasted that talent.
Let me tell you who I like as GM. Well, just a minute, player.
Oh, Oh gosh, we would love. Maybe you even have guest GMs. Go through that. Have all these people that we love come out and take turns being a GM for the night.
Holla, holla, holla.
You know they got rid of GM. So what is Adam Pearce?
I don't know, but we did see it did say GM when he and Sonya were still officials. I think on the door, one of the shows, it said GM.
Right.
It did say that. And that's another thing too, where I really kind of dug, because I liked the authority, the whole thing, and them always sticking it to the wrestlers. Sonya Deville she's really good at being a heel. I love her music. I love her outfit. She's just good all around.
And he was heel with her for a minute, and then they turned him back good guy when she got fired.
Yeah. But I like that she's going against Adam Pearce. And then you had Ronda Rousey come out talking about it's not a single woman in the locker room, yada, yada, yada. Here comes her music. That's a good way to get people back on Ronda's side. Still some type of way about her, but still, that worked. So I think that was pretty good. Brad Maddox, see, talking about some things. I know a good GM, excuse me. Oh, see now. See, wow.
She is also with AEW.
But she's good. She was good. You know, Booker T, they need to go out there and take care of business. Hey, man, this is what I'm saying. Yes, Dro, he did retire yesterday. We did a whole thing about it.
Mm.
So before we get out of here, let me just go ahead and ask this question. SummerSlam is right around the corner. Are y'all looking forward to it? Is this going to be a good pay-per-view? Or is this going to be straight basura? That's trash in Spanish.
John Laurinaitis is not about to come out anytime soon. He is part of the scandal.
Oh, wait. We have
I hope they make SummerSlam more exciting than it is right now.
We have an email from the anonymous GM. Hang on.
We have an email from the anonymous GM.
Email from the anonymous GM. The Three Kings says, I have an email from the anonymous general manager.
Go for it.
Lay it on us, the Three Kings. What is this email from the anonymous general manager who, again, they actually made a laptop work as an anonymous GM.
They sure did.
But that's also when Michael Cole was kind of heelish, too. So I didn't necessarily mind that. Thank you for that super chat.
Yes,
Three Kings.
thank
Appreciate you. I would love to see what that email is. I'm not mad at that. Evie Torres was a great heel assistant. Boom. She was. I love seeing some of the legends come back when they do, like in the Royal Rumble. They always seem to want to go to the Legends well. Again, it's hard to say because we know that's kind of a Vince thing. Sure, Bruce has got to go. Like some of this, you still got to take a broom a little bit. If you're really going to fire some people, you got to fire some people behind the scenes who are in charge of making some decisions. Get some new blood, some fresh blood. Get some people that know how to write, that know how to tell a story, know how to do a build-up.
Mm-hmm.
You have WWE studios, so make some cool vignettes.
And it needs to be a prerequisite that if you are on the writing or creative team, you have been a fan since you were a child. You should not be coming into this product. You watched it for a few years now, thinking you can write about it.
Don't know who anybody is.
Unless you sit there and or they need to watch all the old analogs and get caught up.
Yep.
And then you could start writing.
Yep.
That should be a prerequisite.
So SummerSlam's gonna be okay. See, and that's sad. The match card isn't as good as last year. See?
Nowhere near. No.
That's terrible. Dude, that's terrible. Because you really built this whole thing around Brock and Roman. That's terrible.
About it. Yeah, no, I mean it's
supposed to be the biggest pay-per-view of the year, of the summer, and we're all just like, meh.
Meh.
I don't know, man. That kind of sucks. We'll have to see. Oop, hang on. And I quote,
Uh-oh. What's the email say?
And I quote, wait, is the email the laughing face emojis?
He's piecemealing it to us.
Well, that's what happens. It can't come out.
I need a drum roll.
Yeah, Joe, Roman and Goldberg probably was never going to happen. You're right about that. Wait, I gotta get to it. Hang on. I hope Bayley returns to SummerSlam. That would be a great moment.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Emily, you hit it on the head.
Yes.
We need that Bayley return. We need it. But also keep in mind, we talked about it a couple of times. Charlotte will be back. I know people are tired of her always going for the brass ring, for the championship. I know this. She's going to be back. Things are going to get better. Because said she at least was entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you might hate her, but you love to hate her.
You got to give her credit for that. Brett was okay as general manager. Yeah, but he's kind of, I mean,
He's over it. He's just going to be a family man now.
Yeah.
But yes, was. R-Truth was hilarious with Carmella. Yes, Zay, yes. That was my favorite Carmella was when she was with R-Truth, man.
It was beautiful. They were always running away.
In the
Raise your hand if you want Bayley to return to SummerSlam. Raise it. Raise it high. I solemnly swear. I do declare.
Oh, good night, On Button. Thank you for joining us. We're wrapping it up here, too.
Six-pack challenge couples. Edge and Beth, Michelle Undertaker, Ms. Maurice, Bree Daniel, AJ Lee, CM Punk, Stephanie Triple H. Book it. I know you want it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when half the creative team came from Nickelodeon? I want to forget that. That's probably, I think they still
That's
were.
who must be doing NXT now.
I think that's when they were, when they slimed Braun Strowman.
Yes. Oh,
right?
my gosh.
Remember that show? You can't do that on television. Dominic is going to turn heel on Ray. No, Jody, I rebuke you. Jody, I rebuke that statement in the name of Jesus. He will not turn. See, now I'm going to go ahead and turn preacher on you. Dominic will not turn on his father Ray. I rebuke that. Not on my watch.
Yes, Freddie Prinze Jr. was a part of the creative team. And he was a good part of the creative team because he has been a fan his entire life.
Yep. 1,000%. Hey, Samantha Poole.
What up,
yes.
Samantha Poole?
Yes. Charlotte might come back. Maybe. Or maybe the night. There's always usually a surprise the day after a pay-per-view. So even if we don't see a surprise, which I wouldn't mind seeing, I want to see him go after the champions. Whoever wins, whoever's holding the title up high, just boom, come up from behind.
Boom, boom.
Blast them. That's what I want to see. Lita versus Beth. Well, didn't Lita say, I still got a little more left? Didn't she say that?
It's something you say when you're coming out to fight one time. You want people to believe there's a chance you can win.
Then you got to prove it. By at least coming out on the next night after you lost. She just disappeared.
They only asked her to do one show.
That sucks.
Well, that's creative fault, new creative. So.
Well, we need something big. Did y'all watch Ms.? Olivia, watched Ms. and Mrs. She used to, but see, she's abandoned me on many a show.
Hi, Quince Haven.
We used to watch The Walking Dead together. I was just hey guys, it's coming on. Where's everybody? Hello.
We watched it for many seasons.
I just been left alone. So
I haven't done
have
that
a
with Star Wars or Marvel.
DVR stacked to the brim, which shows that she's not even. We used to watch The Blacklist together. Now I'm just powering through by myself. She don't love me like she said she did. You don't love me. You only love your damn self.
That?
I could be wrong. Yeah, Trish comes back. Why not? Why not? Killer Cross might come back. WWE. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. We have a lot of possibilities. I think the bottom line here is what could possibly happen from here. Where WWE can go from here is anybody's guess. But we're encouraged because we finally have the opportunity. Well, I don't want to say we, but they finally have the opportunity to do things that they couldn't do because Vince would nix it.
Right. Yes, I am a Stacy Keibler fan.
Yeah. She's okay. Teen Wolf? No. I've not watched Teen Wolf. We got too much on the plate. We just finished watching Obi-Wan, which was great.
It was great.
Loved it.
It was great.
Thank you, Disney, for purchasing this. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all these stories.
Yeah, this is great. Mm-hmm.
Dang, B, you don't love. Hey, see, there you go. Oos. So I think that's
Love doesn't always mean getting your own way. A.
fair enough. All right, I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and get out of here for Saturday night's live event. We talked about some things. I'm encouraged. I'm excited. I don't know. Are you?
Yeah.
You know, we got to finish watching Smackdown too.
Yeah, we got to finish watching it.
So WWE does need an overhaul. I think it's going to get it. I think we all collectively have some great ideas.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, there are people, which we so think they do, just watch our stuff and steal some of our ideas.
Oh, we know you do. We know you're out there. We see you. We see you. We called it, and you made it happen week after week. We don't get the credit, but that's cool. That's cool.
We don't even care about
We
the
still get the
credit.
love
As
from
long
other
as
people.
you making a better product, we would be happy.
Loki 2 is coming in 2023. Boom.
Yes.
That show took a minute to kind of get
A
there.
lot of people didn't love Loki, but I loved it. It took you to a whole nother.
You had to stick with it. But it got there. So there's no live event next Saturday. Well, I mean, you already know what's going to happen next Saturday. So y'all going to be live watching along with us. We got one more SmackDown reaction we're going to drop. It's late, so we'll drop that in the morning. Enjoy the one that we just did. And for those that don't know the opening, because she hasn't even seen it yet, can you all name the movie from the opening of the Stephanie promo that we just dropped?
I did see it.
All right. Oh, you did? All right. So let us know. Just a little fun. Thank you, guys. We love you guys. Thank you to the Three Kings for your super chat.
Yes.
Thank you to all our members and to everybody that just stopped in here. We hope you have a good night.
Please like this video on your way out. And if you haven't subscribed, you've got to subscribe so that you could come watch live with us next week.
SummerSlam. We're going to flip it to the other side of the set.
We're going to smack it up, flip it, and
Okay,
rub
see.
it down.
Okay.
Oh, no?
This is TV 14. I'm not ready for it. Please come back with some more A&B combos. Wrestling edition. Oh my gosh. We love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much to Dro, Safe, Jess, Jaden, George, Emily, everybody. Jedi Knight. We got a lot of people. Crystal,
On Button,
Jake.
Quantaven Mort, TJ Johnson. I didn't see TJ earlier.
TJ's in there. TJ Michael Tolberg.
Mm-hmm. All of y'all.
We love y'all. And we
Jody, you already know.
yeah, I don't know about the TV14 for our channel. I don't think we're ready for that. See, no. Mm-mm. I wish she saved a little bit just for me. Nope, we ended it. Good night, everybody. Good night.